Nightmare Alley follows Stan, a drifter turned carny who uses some trickster abilities granted to him by a fellow carny in order to con some of Buffalo's higher class. Hello, everybody. My name is Josh, your movie apprentice, and today, looking at Nightmare Alley, it has been out for a few weeks now. Though, thanks to you guys on Twitter, it means that I am reviewing this first out of that triple feature I did the other day. And I wasn't a big fan of The Shape of Water, so for me, this was a big return to form for Guillermo del Toro. Start off with, Bradley Cooper is absolutely fantastic as this charming yet slimy con artist. You believe his delusions that he genuinely does have this gift that is being bestowed upon to him, even though he is very much aware it is all a con. And eventually, the con gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it almost becomes too much to keep up with. Though the big standout performance for me was, of course, Kate Blanchett. She is absolutely fantastic. She does not show up till about halfway through the movie, but every scene that she is in, she is by far a standout and definite worth recommending, especially in this very, very stacked cast. We have Willem Dafoe, Ron Perlman, Rooney Mara, Tony Collette. There are a lot of fantastic performers in this, and they all do their jobs amicably, specifically Willem Dafoe. He is just constantly showing why he's one of the best actors out there. That is, quite frankly, he's like underrated and overrated at the same time. He's basically, a lot of people know he's good at what he's doing, but it seems that not enough people give him the credit for knowing what he's doing. He's almost come like Tom Hanks in the way that he's so good at acting, people just generally take it for granted at this point. Also, the cinematography in this is absolutely gorgeous. I have no idea why it's been getting snubbed at a few different award ceremonies. Hopefully, when the Oscar noms go out tomorrow, Nightmare Alley is very much in that best cinematography category. And I would argue the script in this is really good as well. Now, I am aware this is a remake of a movie made in the 40s that is based on a book, so it's very much an adapted screenplay. But there is something just so satisfying about seeing something spoken early on coming into play a lot later into the movie. It's something really, really satisfying. Seeing Stan's journey from this casual drifter who just happens to find himself as a carny and begins to build up his confidence and his skills to manipulate and use people and start to believe his own lies in order to basically benefit monetarily. It's a great little arc to watch, and it's fun to see not only his rise and fall, but also how it affects the people around him and how obvious certain things are happening that he is oblivious to. I think this has one of my favorite scenes I've seen in recent memory as well. All I'm going to say is that the therapy scene, that's all I'm going to say. It is absolutely masterfully executed with the performances of Cooper and Blanchett really making this scene work. And it's so well acted and so well edited, and the lighting and the pacing. It's just a gorgeous scene, and that alone makes this film really stand out for me. For the first half hour or so, I had no idea what this film was about. I had no idea what this film was going for. It takes a while to get going, but when it does get going, Nightmare Alley very well and truly cements itself as one of Del Toro's strongest outings. I can't believe I've not seen it spoke about a lot on the online community besides the cinematography, which is no doubt gorgeous, but the costume design, the pacing, and just how every character is given their own unique identity and motivation. It is really, really well done. I'll have to say that my only real flaws with this film is that the Carney's influence in the second half of the film is very much diminished and feels very lackluster. I would have loved to have seen a bit more of some characters that just stop appearing about halfway through. And where it's going, you can sort of see it going. It does follow them noir tropes, and you have a hunch at where things are going to go. And while the path to get there isn't quite what you might expect, it still very much follows a formula. But the way Del Toro uses direction to execute it is what makes this really, really work for me. So to summarize, Nightmare Alley is a gorgeous movie with a couple of fantastic performances, a great ensemble cast, and just really good pacing. For a film that is 2.5 hours long, it does not feel like it is 2.5 hours long. I can't recommend it highly enough, and I really hope it gets a little bit of love at the awards ceremony. Blanchett and Cooper are fantastic, and while it can be formulaic and some characters just kind of disappear about halfway through, they all serve their purpose to an extent, so I can't be too mad at that. So, with all that being said, I'm going to have to say that for me, Nightmare Alley is a great cup of tea. So, Nightmare Alley, have you seen it? If you have, let me know what you all thought down in the comments below. If you've gotten this far, do consider dropping the like button and subscribe to the channel to really help the algorithm. Let me know what your favorite performance of this movie is in those comments. Coming up on the channel, we have Moonfall to get to, which was second place on the poll. And yeah, there's a lot coming up. I'm going to continue my Vox Machina reviews as well, so keep an eye out for those. But until next time, my name is Josh. I have been your Movie Apprentice. I'll see you all in the next video.